Sometimes we face such an urgent task as correlating centimeters with crosses. Often, especially if we don't embroider on a hoop, there is some element of shrinkage. The canvas after work may occur in different size, and sometimes we need to know the exact size of embroidered canvas before it even embroidered, in order to use it as an inset element, for example, for clothing. So let's take this example. You came up with a design and calculated what piece of embroidery in centimeters you need. And in centimeters, everything is clear to you. And you know in what specific technique you will perform your embroidery in a certain number of threads, and you have, say, a sample in a similar technique. And based on it, such input data, it's very easy to calculate what size canvas will need to be taken. What we do? We start from centimeters. We have ready-made embroidered canvas. We can't just measure with a centimeter. The size is wrong, and there will be an inaccurate number of crosses in 1 centimeter. Therefore, we take 10 centimeters. This is actually pinion scale, what gives some space for maneuver. We count just 10 centimeters according to the embroidered outline. Just take it and put it next to it. Here, for example, I embroidered with thread of same density in 4 threads in a double cross. Therefore, anywhere we take a centimeter and count out with 10 centimeters. Well, let's say here. And you see how many double crosses fall into this 10 centimeters, and based on this you build a completely simple proportion. If you have here, for example, 27 centimeters like I have here, yes, and for example I need 25 centimeters. When I count by fewer crosses, so 1, like from here, yes, and yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, so 4 less crosses than I used here, and count always on canvas, not measure it with a centimeter. This wouldn't be true if you embroider it on a hoop, but if you embroider on your hands like I do, then there is a central element of shrinkage, and you need to transfer everything with crosses. Threads will shrink during embroidering. There is also a moment of shrinkage when drying and ironing. It's easier to calculate using the sample, of course. If there is no sample, then you can do this based on past experience in feelings, and of course if you're an experienced artisan. But it's better to take a small piece of absolutely the same canvas as in the intended project. Same threads, and embroider a small sample to understand what you have on 10 centimeters in the file. There are so many crosses, it's pretty simple. You already understand how your hand pulls the thread, and in your individual case what will be a proportion is. If you are not embroidering on a hoop, Of course, I would like to mention it again and again. Once again, we take a specific canvas, specific threads for a sample, and use a specific technique to understand the proportion we need, as from the sample we can certainly recalculate both into smaller or larger size. This is elementary mathematics. And once again, all this is necessary if you embroider on your hands, not on the hoop. There is a special tension. Using the described method, you can always achieve maximum accuracy in your project. If this was useful, then subscribe to my channel. There is and will be a lot of more useful content.